Um, hey, it's 9:43. Let's switch gears now and head into the KUAM News Zoom room, where we have from the Division of Environmental Health, DPHSS, Remelisa Oriondo, and she is a health inspector. What's like your official title, Remelisa? Good morning.
I'm an environmental public health officer.
There you go. And so you actually go out and conduct inspections.
Yes, I do.
And you want to tell us a little bit about the types of inspections that you conduct?
So currently we continue to conduct our sanitation inspections. Right now we are regularly inspecting childcare facilities and temporary workforce housing facilities where temporary workers from off island are housed by their employers. So right now those are the regular inspections that we do. We still respond to food safety complaints, so we still do food inspections depending on the gravity of the complaints.
Right. Remelisa, so in looking over you guys' inspection reports, I see that you routinely find some violations when you inspect these workforce barracks type settings. Can you kind of share with us what are some of the common violations that you find?
So I think recently we have been citing them for the maintenance of their toilet facilities and also for inadequate vector control. So we do, so with the vector control, this could be a range of either mosquito breeding sites, or we find pests like cockroaches or even rodents. When it comes to their toilet facilities, it's basically making sure that the toilet facilities continue to be clean and that they are functional. So, making sure that the toilet bowls are working properly, their hand washing sinks are supplied with hand soap, paper towel, hot water. So those are just some things. Most of them are fixable within a few days, and then some they would need more time to correct because some of them can be structural. Like for example, they need to change tiles, they need to fix plumbing fixtures. So those are some of the things that we see in these types of facilities.
Remelisa, given that we have had, I think there's been a couple outbreaks in barracks settings during the course of this pandemic. Are these congregate worker barracks, are they subject to any of the COVID-19 mitigation protocols?
So as you know that these barracks, these are where the workers live. So they're basically one household. Yeah, but we do communicate with the contractors if they have any questions. Sometimes they ask if they're allowed to have visitors. A lot of them restrict having outside visitors in these facilities to make sure that they limit the exposure to the workers while they're in the barracks.
So you guys know you not only have to do the regular sanitary inspections, you also do the COVID inspections, right?
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm. Have you guys found any violations recently or issued any citations?
Recently, we haven't observed any violations. The different businesses and the community, they've been very cooperative. A lot of them just, want to keep themselves, their employees, their customers, and the community safe, which is a good thing for everyone.
Right.
We all want to make sure that Guam is safe and healthy, especially during these challenging times.
Mm-hmm. What about complaints, though? Do you guys receive complaints still?
Complaints, we have. Recently, we received a complaint regarding a restaurant that allowed a patron or an employee to not wearing a mask inside the facility. But when we went there, it was addressed right away by management. Mm-hmm. So by the time we got there, we didn't observe the violation.
Mm-hmm. So for the most part,
sometimes we have circumstances that we don't expect, but because businesses have their plans in place and their policies in place, they know how to respond to it right away, even before we come in.
So for the most part, everybody is in compliance.
Yes.
wearing their mask, practicing the social distancing,
Mm-hmm.
all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
So even when there are some customers who remove their masks when they're not supposed to, we've seen employees, management come up to them and nicely let them know what their policies are. And if they're not able to comply, I have seen also some of them ask customers to leave.
What's that
So,
like? Does anybody get like Karen level?
no, I think they understand, customers when they come in, there's always someone at the door that tells them these are our policies. We want to continue serving you. So if we have staff that come up to you to remind you, it's just something that we need to do to protect our employees and our customers.
Mhm.
So some of them, yeah, we haven't seen any what do you call this, altercations or irate customers or employees regarding the COVID requirement.
Mhm. I know before, gosh, this was months ago. We had heard the stories that when inspectors have gone out, they kind of are a little fearful, especially when they have to go out to the bars and check the establishments, and to the point where the GPD has been called to kind of, I guess you could say, back up or just as for protection. Have you ever had to experience that?
I myself,
Yeah.
yes, I have. I have.
Mhm.
But like I said, the bar management, they know how to handle these type of situations. It's nothing new to them.
Mhm.
It may be something new to me, but they handle it really well. They make sure that I think, in my experience, what they did was they made sure all the doors are locked so that none of the customers come in, and then GPD was called in to assist regarding any altercations.
Remelisa,
So it wasn't an experience, but it was handled really well.
did you ever at any point fear for your safety?
Um, I think it comes with the job. The thing is, I just have to make sure I do my job the best way I can, and safety is always a priority. So if I feel like I am not safe in the situation, basically I leave the premises.
We had Lonnie on a few weeks back, and she was talking about how when you guys will get these complaints, by the time you show up, you don't find anything that, relative to what people were calling in these complaints about. And she was kind of making the joke that, oh, I don't know if they're watching the parking lot and they see our official vehicle come in, or maybe they see our, our DPHSS polos. But do you feel
Yeah.
like that is an issue? Because we've seen the videos where it appears they violate the protocols, but then there's been you guys haven't been able to
Well,
catch anybody.
one of the things with these videos is we can't really verify when they were really taken. I think I saw a video that said September 22, but I was called in September 1. So I'm like, when was this really taken? Was this last year's video, or was this year's video? Because the date is not matching, right? But regardless of when these videos are taken, once we receive a complaint, we are mandated to respond. And it's our service to the community to make sure. Regarding these establishments that we receive complaints about and we go there and they're in compliance, it could be something as simple as they do have someone watching and making sure that, oh, let us know when public health's around. That could be one thing. Another thing is, sometimes the complaint happens when the customer is there and management just, responds and they implement their policy. So either way, as long as the industry, the businesses, the employees, they implement their COVID-19 safety measures, that's their service to the community.
Can I just, are temperature checks mandated currently?
No, so temperature checks are not required, but we do recommend them only because you wouldn't want a symptomatic patron to come into your facility, or a symptomatic employee. it's another layer of screening that the businesses can do to make sure that no one is sick when they enter their facility, but it's not currently required.
I see.
Hey, how long have you been with Division of Environmental Health?
I've been with Division of Environmental Health for 5 years,
5 years. Wow. So you.
but in total with public health is 9.
Wow.
Well, thank you for what you do, because I know since COVID, it's like your work over there is doubled, because
Tripled.
you're not just doing the sanitary inspections, you have to do the COVID inspections as well. So thank you, Remalisa.
Let me know, Remalisa, next time you go out on a tough bar inspection and you need a big strong person to accompany you, I can give you Jason Solis's number.
Oh, I thought I was gonna call you instead, Chris.
There you go.
Remalisa, thank you for your time this morning.
Okay, thank you also for
All
your
right.
time, and thank you for having me here, Sabrina, Jason, and Chris.
There you go.
It's always a pleasure.
Stay
you.
safe.
Yeah, that's right.
You too. You too. Stay safe. Bye.
Thank you, Remalisa. There you
Have a
go.
good day.
Yes, Remalisa from the Division of Environmental Health, 953.
They are totally